Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, where's me thing? That gaming is for friends.
I thought this music was so epic.
Oh, stuff it.
Hi, I'm Ant.
And I'm Woody.
And we are
Anything Gaming.
Come and enjoy the show.
Hi, welcome to Anything Gaming. This is episode 50. We are going to be doing game awards and our favorite games for the year, and we'll talk a little bit about the game awards because they did it probably bad and we want to bitch about it. Who knows? Hello, Woody. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I am trudging through this Christmas season, though. It's been long, but it's been fun. It's been festive. I've been keeping happy.
Yes, that's pretty fair. So we. Well, before we get to the games, I wanted to, because a few years ago, like this is many years ago when we started doing this, I wanted to, well, we bitched about Alan Wake 2, and so I've been slowly playing through that game, and I wanted to give you some feedback on the game compared to Alan Wake 1.
Well, I think we did a quick explanation for maybe some new viewers here. I lamented the fact that Alan Wake 2 was being released without a physical edition. Now, I felt kind of bad saying this because honestly, now I played Alan Wake 1, good, but nothing that really made me want to play a sequel to that, so I didn't go full board. But if anyone who watches episodes back then, it was ticked off. But eventually the game did get a physical release.
Yes.
You say you've been playing the game. Did you get it digitally or physically? I'm curious.
Oh, it was free on PlayStation as part of the PlayStation Plus, so I got it digitally. I got a free digital copy, which is the only kind of digital copy I really like. Yeah.
But how do you like it? Is it a lot like the first one? Is it completely different?
It's a lot. It's better than the first game. So I'm still unsure how Alan Wake ties into the game because you play as a lady detective, and so I've only played for about a couple of hours. I've done there's different missions, and it's a lot more detective than I remember Alan Wake being. But there's also this third eye type of area to the game where that's probably the bit that brings back the Alan Wake vibes. And so it's really, really well done. I would say it's 10 times better than Alan Wake 1, and I definitely think it's, especially if you get it for pretty cheap, I definitely think it's worth playing through it. It's such an unusual game, and I think if you go into it not even knowing about Alan Wake 1, you'll really enjoy the game. So I think it's definitely something you should do.
Yeah, I mean, so it should be noted that I played Alan Wake 1 when it first came out, so that's 15 years, more than that. Yeah, like it's Xbox 360 era. Yeah. So it's been a long time. There's something, like I remember the old guy Metal concert. That was cool. I remember that part. It's a fight. It's a cool part. I don't know if there's anything like that in the sequel. But you said you're going to reviews, though.
Yeah, and I think it's really good. And you get to see a really fat man with a small penis, which is probably the highlight. What else do you want in a video game, really? I mean, that sells everything. So, yeah.
This is a lot of male nudity in video games.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, we have to... You're breaking up a bit still with your talking, so we'll have to keep pushing on with what we're doing. I don't know. You damn American internet, you guys need Australian internet. Our internet's even bad.
For the record, we have Verizon 5. That's the internet I use. I don't know what the name of whatever you use is.
I don't know. It's probably just cold weather. It's probably breaking the internet. Anyway. Let's go into some games, and I made you a bad list of stuff that we wanted to kind of talk about, and I will kind of go over this bad list so I can remember what it was. Best DLC, best game under $10, best remake, best indie game, and our favorite game of the year. I think they're all kind of the categories I brought up. Did you want to talk about the Game Awards first, or did you want to go into what we thought? What's your plan of attack with this?
Well, let's do what we thought first. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the Game Awards winners, some I haven't played because I have no interest. Some I'm waiting for Christmas. So that's gonna be a lot more speculative. But I did play a litany of games this year.
Yeah.
I'm willing to talk about.
So, and if just for a spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the Game Awards that was on a couple of days ago, basically you only need to know Expedition 33, and then the rest is, whatever. So
Yeah,
let's go.
The year.
Let's go with best DLC to start with. I think that's a pretty an interesting part to start with because we got DLC is not that great of a thing, but it can be sometimes great. Is there any DLC that stood out for you that came out this year? Anything in particular?
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is a very softball answer. Like, this ain't heavy hitting at all. But I wouldn't be remiss to say that me and Tess, we did enjoy the Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC that came out. That let you go back to Donkey Kong Island. You got to see the Donkey Kong characters. There's a new Emerald Rush mode that, like I said, it's not, Shiver Isles or anything like that. But it's solid DLC that I got a kick out of.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I made a fun game. It gave you more ways to play a fun game. For that, I like.
Yeah, I have a normal rule in life that I try not to go to DLC because I know I'm just throwing you under a bus here. So I find DLC just it's the last great DLC for me was Black Flag for Assassin's Creed. However, I don't know if this is counted as DLC, so that's why I just wanted to preference it with that. Is a Fortnite update DLC? Kinda.
See, when I think DLC, though, obviously, is it paid? Is it not paid? So I'm like, when it comes to best DLC of the year, anything that was free or mandatory, I'm really not going to count that hard because now, like, it's more the game's just evolving.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
But anything that you actually had to make the option or choice to be like, okay, I want this, that could be free too.
Yeah.
But anything that is you completely optional for you to get, that is the DLC. So updates, I really don't see as DLC because you have no choice. If you want to keep playing online with people, you must update. Like there is a choice there. But I'm sure the Simpsons.
Oh, that's all I wanted to say. That was my favorite thing in the whole world this year. Like I just enjoyed the Simpsons on Fortnite so much. It was just.
Was that? You don't buy that. It was just the Simpsons. Like it's like.
You buy if you want Homer with underpants on, then you buy that. But
okay, yeah. So you get the Simpsons theme, but if you want Simpsons, see that's the thing with the Simpsons characters. That I consider would be the more traditional DLC.
Yeah.
If you want to do Homer and a Moo Moo or
yeah,
Bartman.
Yeah, that's an El Bato. But yeah, the Simpsons on Fortnite it was so good. I really enjoyed that one. I don't really think I did a whole lot of other DLC, so we can probably move on past DLC because it was quite we're quite boring when it comes to DLC.
As far as like downloadable content, like for games that I already own that I ended up getting for like as far as this year's go, it was actually quite quiet. On top of my head, the only one I did was Donkey Kong.
I don't think anyone's really buying that. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on because that was boring. Best games under $10. Have you got any games, really cheap games that you played that you just thought? And I will preference that we're going to go back till October last year because you might have had a chance to, like the game could have came out around October last year, but yeah.
Yeah, see, now that you're saying that, I'm looking at, hey, when you say less than $10,
yeah,
does free count?
I guess so. Are you trying to say Fortnite?
No. I downloaded this game. It's actually fun. Well, I was fun. Arkenstein 3D.
Okay.
What it is it's just more or less just like a game that combines like Quake and Wolfenstein
Yeah.
together. So it's a boomer shooter. It's a retro style boomer shooter. I had a lot of fun with it though. A little on the limited side, but again, free. So how can I complain that much? I'm not going to complain about free stuff like that. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, I'm still like scanning my just to make sure I get. I don't know if it was $10. I think it might have been a little bit more expensive, but I want to give a special shout out to Post Trauma.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since I played an old Resident Evil style game, and by that I mean the fixed cameras. You know,
one of my friends is making a fixed camera Resident Evil style game, so
yeah.
I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it when it comes out.
Old over the shoulder one that we all know today is so much better. There is something to the old school fixed cameras things because the game could be creepier because they only want you to see that one thing, you know. So it might be a scary Alfred Hitchcock shot. So and Post Trauma did that a lot. I enjoyed that one. I guess those are my two.
I've got a lot. I've got a lot of.
Oh.
I buy a lot of games for around that price point. So.
Well, before you go there, then I'll add another one that I just noticed. UFO 50.
USO 50? No, I haven't played that one.
UFO 50. Now, back in the day, way back in the day, the NES era, there'd be like these games like Cauldron 6 and 1 or Action 52 that were just like, it was 50 very simple, incredibly poorly made and shitty games. You know what I mean? And this looked like it was like, all right, well, how about that? But the games were actually fun to play. Still simple games, you know, don't expect too much out of these particular games, but just like little snippets of things to play. I picked it up, and it's a nice time killer. It plays well on the Steam Deck. You know, it's actually a good way to kill time on the Steam Deck.
No, that's the thing with these $10 type games. They have to be. You don't want them to go for more than 2 hours. They got to be like a little short, sharp kind of hit of nostalgia or whatever they're trying to do. They just have to hit it really good, and it's fun for that small amount of time that you played it, because you're not trying to get like a full game experience. They've got a different. Going into a $10 game or less with a different mindset. I think you're just going in there going, well, if I get 2 good hours out of this game and it makes me laugh and smile, then I love it. You know. Yeah.
I definitely get my money from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's open up the book of the $10 or less games that you played. What's on the top of the list?
Okay, so there's a big Super Mining Mechs is an amazing. It came out late October last year, so we didn't really hit our last year's show of best games of the year kind of thing. It's. I think it goes on sale quite a lot for like a couple of dollars.
Oh.
But
Okay, so what? Like I'm looking at it now, I'm getting a Dig Dug vibe.
Yeah.
Very Dig Dug like.
Yeah, so
that's nice.
But you can play multiplayer too. Like you play up to 4 player, and you can go like digging and trying to like survive this digging thing and upgrading and doing all these things. It's lots and lots of fun for just a little $10 game. You can play it. You know, probably me and my son, we played it for like one day, 8 hours straight, and then we never talked about it ever again. But we just genuinely loved it for that period of time. It's pretty good. Idle Colony was another one. It came out pretty much this day last year, so it's exactly a year old. Idle Colony was the other one. It's a very It's a cool game where you're trying to make lots of fruit or something, and you're building like a colony, and you basically get all these little guys that go and pick trees, and they throw it all in the pot, and then when you build some vegetables and stuff, you upgrade your colony, and it's just I don't know, it's just addictive as hell. Like you'll play it dead set for 5 hours, and then you probably never talk about it again. But it was a good 5 hours of your life that you enjoyed.
It looks like it's out there. I'm looking at it right now.
It's quite weird. Yeah, I definitely think that's a strange one. A game about digging a hole. Now this game just that's the name of the game. The name of the game is called A Game About Digging a Hole, and it's just released on console and that too. But I think on console it's about double the price it is on Steam. I don't know if it's gone up in price on Steam, but when I bought it, it was like, it's still $5 US on Steam. And it's got like this really kind of interesting question in this game, because you know when you're like a kid and you always walked out into your backyard and you're like, wonder what would happen if I just dug a hole in the backyard? Like what would happen? What would be down there? And that's the whole premise of the game. And you just start digging this little hole in the backyard, and you dig down and dig. And all of a sudden you find out what's down in this big hole in your backyard. And it's quite funny. And it
looks interesting. You said it came out for consoles, huh?
Yeah. It's on PlayStation. I saw it on PlayStation and Xbox the other days. I think it's on Game Pass as well. I think it only just came to Game Pass also.
I'd like to see if it's on the Switch, because this looks like a game. This looks like a game Tess could dig.
Oh shit! please.
Yeah.
Another game that came out, and I don't know if it's exactly that price, but it's gone up a little bit in price. But when it first came out, it was at the $5 mark. So I'm going to include it in my $5 list, but it'll probably make it into the indie game list as well. It came out in June. It's called Peak. I'm not sure if you saw this game. It's a 4-player co-op game. And basically the whole premise of the game is that you and 4 friends try to get up a mountain. That's the whole thing. And you're some scouts and you're trying to climb up this mountain, and you got to try and find a path up the mountain. But every time you fall, you take a little bit of damage and you got to heal yourself. What happened there? Oh, it's come back. Is it come back? Oh, I think we just died and then came back. Wow, the internet and the whole world's dying. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. It reconnected successfully. It's fine. We're back. Hi. If you missed the last game, it was Peak, but now we're moving on because we're not talking about that again. Now, Tower Wizard is another game that I got. It's a bit similar to Idle Colony, but you're building a tower and you've got your little minions and they do some little stuff and you build up this tower and then you take on a thing. And they're just little procedural idle clicking kind of games. So it's pretty fun.
That's good.
And I think this is the one talking about your lady. This one here may be the one that you'll like the most. It's called Shell Diver. Shell Diver it reminds me of all those Alex the Kids and all those type of things. Graphically, it's very similar to that type of thing. But the whole premise of the game is that you get in a submarine, you go down in the water, and you try to collect octopuses or whatever they are, and you're also trying to get resources to build your skill tree up. So you do lots of damage and you collect resources, you build your skill tree up, and that's the whole. It's literally.
Wow. Skill tree.
Yeah, the skill tree is massive. The whole game is basically about the skill tree and going for a dive to get some more stuff so you can build the skill tree. It's basically the whole thing of the game. And I just really enjoyed this game. I played it for 3 minutes. That's going to be my winner of my games under $10 winner. It's just so addictively fun. It's like anybody could play it, and it's not hard to get into, and I think with the $10 game, it should be a really easy game to get into. Also, it looks really great. So, Shell Diver, yeah, I would say best game.
Looks really good, yeah. It's affordable too.
Yeah. Most of those games were actually under $5 US. So just
What was it? Every game there. One game, the first game that you said was only $3. I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these games are like quite cheap and quite affordable, but yeah, I would. I sometimes you can find some value in those games if you just want to.
They're worth their weight in the joy, the value, the experience.
Well, I played that for 3 hours apparently, Shell Diver, and I've almost finished.
wow.
I've almost finished my skill tree, but it's a kind of thing where I just like little games like that I can do. Maybe I've got 10, 15 minutes. I pick up my Steam Deck. I can crack on with it for a bit, and then I can go and do something else. So yeah. that was a lot of me talking. Sorry about all that.
It's all right. It's all right. There's some good games there.
Good games. Yes. So, what are we talking about next?
Indie games, because I got what I want to talk about.
Okay, you go. Talk it up.
I have a couple one. So it's cool. Sometimes something will happen on my feed. Right now, I think it's right now too. But if you check Steam right now, there's a game for free.
Yeah.
Called One Gun Guy.
One Gun Guy.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
One Gun Guy. Now, I'm a fan of Mega Man.
Yeah.
I like the old schools. I like your Batmans, your Ninja Gaidens, the old Ninja Gaidens, your Vice Projects, Dooms, all those games. And this harkens back to that. It's like a very cool run and gun 2D old school platformer.
I'm going to search it up now. One.
It's a blast. Tough. It's tough.
Oh.
It will beat your ass in, but it was very enjoyable. Quite indie. Yeah, it's out there. It's out there. It's free right now. So.
Yeah, but it's also a 2022 game, so technically you can't make the list. You can mention it as an honorable mention.
Well, if we're talking about indie games right now, honestly, I would just say the games that I just talked about. Dark. Do mods count for about as independent, was that like its old genre?
I guess so.
I'll give a special shout out to Cry of Fear. I'm sorry.
Cry of Fear.
Scary Half-Life. It's a Half-Life mod, or based off Half-Life, or the Source engine. Quite good. I was scared. My nephew told me about it. Shout out to Zach. Thank you. Also on the indie spectrum, Darkenstein 3D. I got to give a shout out to that again. That was fun. I don't know if you consider UFO 50 indie, because that was a lot of games. So I don't know where the line is.
I guess that, but parts of them were indie and parts of them weren't indie. So yeah, I guess yes. So.
Tough. Like I don't know where it lies on that spectrum.
Yeah.
Oh, what was a really good indie game I played this year?
No, what one?
Light Haze World.
I've never heard of that. Tell me about that game.
Light Haze World. That game is so awesome. No, it's a cozy game, a fun cozy game. Cozy game about a relationship between a boy and his dog.
Oh, okay.
A special relationship. We've all been there.
Well, you need emotional support sometimes, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah. I have a big list of indie games.
See, because you know me, dude. I don't roll the indies as much. I'm a whore.
No, I know. You only hang out with me. You only hang out with me so you can get some hot indie games.
Right. You only talk to me because you want to know what's happening. I can talk about Chronos. That's not an indie game, but I played the shit out of that this year, and it was fun. It's a disappointment I wasn't nominated for anything, actually. I enjoyed that a lot. Although it was tougher than your average survival horror game, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of tougher games like that. Okay, I'll go with my. I'll start with my bottom of my list, and we'll move up the list a bit further on. So Stellar Shelters. Stellar Settlers is the first game I want to speak about. This is a cool little game where you build these little octopod kind of things that all join up, and it makes a little city on a moon, and then you get resources from that place, and then you go to another moon and you get some more resources from that place.
All right.
It's like a city builder, but I like the simplicity of the game. Like, I like how it's not too complicated to kind of get involved with that game. It's quite a good fun game.
Nice.
I should mention RV There Yet. I'm not sure. It's similar to Peak, except you and 4 friends are trying to get an RV up a mountain to try and get to the top of the mountain. And yeah, it's pretty hectic and pretty fun, that's for sure. Another one, I think this is the one that you could like out of all the games that I'm going to mention today, is Level Devil. It came out early last year, about March, I think. It's a 2D platformer, but the game, like, watch the trailer for the game. The game continually changes, so you think you got to jump over this way, but then the hole moves, and then the spikes move, and everything keeps moving, and you're kind of like, what the hell is happening with this game? It's very kind of a very strange kind of game like that. So yeah, it's something that I had a lot of fun playing that game because of the way.
Well, I mean, like one indie game I did like this year. One of my favorite indie game companies is Retroware. Love their work.
Yeah.
They actually came out with 2 games. Would have been 3, but the one I want them the most to release they haven't done yet.
Yeah.
The first one would be Neon Inferno.
Oh,
if
yeah.
If I could compare it to anything, I'd probably compare it to Gunstar Heroes.
Okay.
Because it does feel a little Contra-y in some areas, but there's also a lot of like interactions with enemies that like Gunstar Heroes did.
Yeah.
I haven't played it 2-player yet, but first player is fun. It's bullet hell, you know what I mean? There's shooting and all that.
I've seen that game.
Excellent.
That's on my list of things to maybe get. I've just
It's good.
Yeah.
From when I played, it's good.
Yeah.
Another game that I enjoy. Okay, this game was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one. The new Angry Video Game Nerd game came out.
Yeah.
And it is good. I want to get it physically for my NES. Like right now, I have it on my Switch. And it's fun, but it's really hard, and it's not as accessible as the original Angry Video Game Nerd games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as good as those. Still all right. It still gets my thumbs up approval.
Yeah.
Just not as tight. It is the Back to the Future 3 of the trilogy, I guess you could say.
No, that makes sense. But my favorite indie game, the game that probably captured my imagination the most, that I would give my award to for this indie year thing, is Wall World 2. I really enjoyed that game. It's
called World War II.
No, Wall. WALL. Wall World.
Wall War II.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister, that one. Wall.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you get this like machine, and you climb up this wall, and then you go into the side of the wall, and you go mining in these caverns in the side of the wall. But as you do that, the monsters will attack you from time to time, and you got to go back and shoot them and stuff like that. It's quite a cool game, like the way that it
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So
sounds real good. Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna have to check that one out too. This is your top one, you said? Like
Yeah,
the one?
yeah, it's definitely it, it's just so well thought out. Like they had Wall World 1 was fun, but it was more of a roguelike type game and it had very little story. And so in Wall World 2, they added like a whole heap of story to the game. They made the same kind of fun that there was in World War One, but that was like really hard. Like it was such a hard game that you'd struggle to survive kind of a round or two. Where this one, they give you different missions and stuff like that too. And then you get all this story. It's really really well done. So, I think that basically sometimes with these, and the same as the other game that I talked about, Super Mining Mechs, there's also Mining Mechs that came out a couple of years earlier, and they had the basic core concept of the game, and they just let you kind of try basically they were just testing out if the game worked. And then in Super Mining Mechs, they've added all the story and they've added all these different planets and different properties to rocks and all these things that you kind of thought, oh, this game's got like it's a good idea, but you just add a few more things and this turned into a fantastic kind of game. So
We'll say this: I looked at Wall World 1, and Part 2 definitely seems a lot better. Like I'd play 2 over 1.
yeah, they've thought it out a bit more. So yeah, I just think that I don't know how much it costs now because when it came out, it's still, I think they were going to charge more. It's still $17 Australian, so about $12 US. I think.
11, yeah, $11.99 American.
Yeah. So that's not too bad, but
No,
it's good.
and yeah, and it's Steam Deck verified. Nice.
I only played it on. If an indie game doesn't play on Steam Deck, I don't play it. Okay, I'm sorry. Like,
Hey, yeah.
well, okay. One of those games I mentioned in that list doesn't play on Steam Deck, but pretty much I'm all about the Steam Deck. So
Oh,
yeah, I think indie games should play on Steam Deck, and I think indie games, especially with the Steam machine coming next year, I think they're planning on releasing it. That's going to be the gateway to like the masses getting indie games. Like all your friends that only play console are going to go, hey, I've got a Steam machine now. I can go and play all these indie games I've never been able to play. Like it's not the big AAA games that are going to get more interest. It's all the little indie games that'll get like tons of interest from these big machines. So yeah. Well, what games are we talking about for the best games of the year? I feel like you're going to tell me that Donkey Kong's the best game of last year.
I'll tell you, it's the best game I played.
Yeah.
What's that worth to people? No, it's just another person's opinion.
Yeah.
Not only the good game I played. There was I played, like, as far as new came out this year games, probably less than around a dozen.
Yeah.
You know, some range to AAA, fucking, Drake's named after it and all that. Some of them were just little tiny indie games.
Yeah.
You know, the whole spectrum, really. But Donkey Kong is square on the top for me. It was fun. I like 3D platformers. I have, like, since the 90s. Hasn't stopped. Say what you will about Nintendo. They know how to make them. They know how to make them very good. And this one, very, very, very good. They gave it enough, like, ingenuity with the entire, destroyable terrain gimmick.
Yeah.
Which, at the end of the day, that's all it is a gimmick. But it's a fun gimmick. I can't criticize fun gimmicks.
I think it's weird though that we've kind of got to this part of the gaming world where games, like what Nintendo's always done really well is make one player or couch co-op games. That's what Nintendo's always done. Nintendo's never been good at doing online gaming. Like that's just never been what they've fallen to. And then all of a sudden you kind of, you look at the way that like Suicide Squad and all these other online games just fell apart in the last couple of years, and people have been going back to games like that. Obviously, like Expedition 33 was another game that was more on.
Yeah, like
Yeah. All these games that,
I mean,
like last year, the best game everyone was saying was Baldur's Gate 3. They're like, these games are growing, are coming back with a vengeance because people, I mean, they don't mind it. I mean, Arc Raiders is an online game, but there's not as many of them. There's not like one coming out every 5 days that we're all getting excited about.
you know, I mean, it has to do with, you know, how big of a piece of the pie you can get. Like some things like Fortnite, they're not going anywhere.
No.
You know, Fortnite will be around 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big, but it will be. It'll be popular enough that it'll still be around.
Yeah.
Now you got games like Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
You know, but who knows where Arc Raiders will be 5 years from now? I mean, we talked about Suicide Squad there. They had a huge plan for Suicide Squad, a multi-season progression, you know, planned out that, you know, truncated pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
Once they realized no one was going to buy the game.
What was that other PlayStation game that the other PlayStation game that they canceled? Was it they canceled it like a week after release, and they bought back the copies from you?
Oh, what was that? Yeah. That was embarrassing.
That was like
That was
the
an
big,
embarrassing
yeah.
one.
But someone's somehow managed to rewire the back end of that so you can if you've got a physical copy of it now, you can actually go through and play the game. It's so funny what communities do with these games. It makes me laugh. But
like the live action. Well, first off, at the very least, if you're going to be a live action game, if you're going to be a game that evolves and has microtransactions and all this other stuff, the game's going to have to be free to play.
yes,
You know what I mean? It has to be. Like you don't have to spend one dime to pay Fortnite.
no,
You don't need to spend any money. You're going to if you want to have a really good experience with it, but you don't need to play it. You know, like the best live service game. The only like at the very least, the best online multiplayer live service games are, you know, free to play. Games like No Man's Sky, yeah, you have to buy that.
Well, what about? See, this is where Call of Duty is starting to fall apart because it was for so many years the best live service game that just, yeah.
But is it though? Is it because like every year they come out with a new one?
When
I think live service game, I think like, you know, in the future, like at least a good 5-year span, if not more.
Oh, hang on 1 second. I'm going to go back to your game of the year was Donkey Kong. I'm just going to go back to that for a second. Then we'll go back to let's go back onto that road again in a second. I don't even know if I had a major title. For me, I think the indie games came out for games of the years. I couldn't find a single AAA title that suckered me in that I had to play compulsively. Like there was nothing in the world of AAA games. I'm started playing Expedition 33 and I can see why people like it. But at the same time, it's, for me, I think it just won because there's not that much else better. Like last year I was all about Astrobot and I just thought that game was amazing. This year,
I'm gonna ruffle some feathers for saying this, and by no means am I defending AAA games, but I think there's a general bias against the big boys nowadays that's just ingrained. You know, I saw people straight out call Donkey Kong Bonanza shit just because Nintendo made it.
Yeah.
And Nintendo does some shitty stuff. I'm not going to defend them as a publisher. You know, as a publisher, they continue to do some pretty shady stuff. But to call Donkey Kong Bonanza shit because of that,
no,
that's just bias.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that is, you know? I mean, it'd be the same if I, like, shit on indie games. Like, why the fuck would I play a game only made by one person? Probably plays, like, crap, like some garage game? Ew. You know? I'm just dismissing it. I'm brushing it away.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do that because the proof is in the pudding. Play the game. Doesn't matter who makes it. Doesn't matter if it was one person or several hundred people. Doesn't matter if it costs $10,000, several $1 million. If the game triggers the dopamine, you know, generators in your brain that makes you enjoy that particular game, that's what matters.
Well, okay, I've got two things for that. Number one, Mario Brothers started off as an indie game because it really was just a small little shit game to start with. And that evolved
I think,
into...
like 4 people.
Yeah.
Worked
Okay.
on that, 5 people. Yeah.
So that... But what I was trying to get at is like Expedition 33 is it's an okay game. It's not, there's nothing majorly bad with it. And I haven't played Donkey Kong. I'm just burnt out from Nintendo stuff at the moment. But I think, is this the COVID hangover that we're getting right now? That we're like next year, I've got so many games I'm excited for next year. I'm genuinely excited for at least 5 AAA games for next year. But this year, I just couldn't find anything that really grabbed me on level of I need to play that. There was more disappointments than there was great games this year.
Well, I mean, again, I can't share your sentiment on that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Donkey Kong. I like every time, like especially Tess. Oh man, we like tore through that thing.
Oh yeah,
enjoying both of it. Like it was like that's what too must be said about Donkey Kong. I wasn't just playing by myself, even though it's traditional one player. We didn't try this 2-player. The 2-player mode kind of sucks. So like, I would play. You know, if it was an easy enough part, I'd be like, here you go, Tess. And then when we got to the part where you actually had to do shit, I went back to me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But no, and not just that game. There were other games this year that I had enjoyment with. Doom: The Dark Ages. It doesn't reinvent the wheel.
Oh, I forgot. I even forgot that came out. Oh my god, that was
right. Yeah, like it's just more Doom.
Yeah,
I like more Doom.
I know. I get it. It wasn't all that terrible for what it was.
No, it wasn't terrible at all. It was very fun. I mean, it's not as thought provoking as, you know, Hollow Knight Silksong or Expedition 33. You know, I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
It's stupid fun. You know, it's very stupid fun.
Yeah. I agree.
I like stupid fun. Yeah. The games too. I will say that I'm not going to say I'm disappointed by it, but I still really haven't like dived into Silent Hill F. I played it. I have it. I got it for my birthday. It's Silent Hill. It's more Silent Hill. But maybe just because, like, first off, the setting's completely, 1960s Japan, which is different than any other Silent Hill game I've ever played.
I'm surprised they haven't done that before, to be honest.
Well, I mean, like, I think, that's the thing. I get kind of like a weird Fatal Frame vibe from it, too.
Yeah.
And that came out around the same time Chronos did, which is more traditional, survival horror. And Chronos was developed by Bloober Team, the team that did the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah.
So it's like, where it was more, in my mind, it's now they're doing their own stuff. So I kind of got more into that game. As far as other big games, I mean, I'll give a shout out to Mario Kart World again. I know you're biased against Mario Kart.
That game went from being the most talked about game that everybody wanted to own to nobody speaks about it again. As soon as Donkey Kong came out, no one's even uttered a word about Mario Kart. It completely went off the radar.
But, me, my friends, my girlfriends, some of my friends' kids, we'd all play the game Mario Kart World. We all got Switch 2s.
But is it better? Is it better than Mario Kart 8?
There's things I like. On the whole, I'll say I'd rather play Mario Kart 8. But there's certain mechanics I like in World. Little stupid mechanics. Here's one that's like, it's weird because this, like, some Mario Karts do this, some don't. If I get a green shell, if I get a banana, now let's just say you have a red shell coming at me.
Yeah.
What I have to do is I have to hold down the trigger to shoot my banana, shoot my shell, but don't like press it. Just hold it down. It'll go behind my cart. Just stay there, kind of docked. Then your red shell comes, hits it, and I'm safe. In Mario Kart World, it gets docked automatically behind you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't have to press it. You kind of just, set it, forget it, which I like. I actually like that mechanic. It's actually kind of funny. Like, at first glance, Mario Kart World has much less courses than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
Especially if you count like if you count all the DLC, it's got to be more than 100 levels. It has to be. But with Mario Kart World, because of all the different routes you can take to different levels, again, there's so many possibilities, so many combinations to take, that you actually do like a lot of levels, even though if a lot of them don't necessarily follow the same path, but close to the same path.
Yeah, fair enough. So
Yeah, like I would.
I just wanted to say, let's go on to the best award that we've got here at Anything Gaming. Most disappointing game of the year award. Oh, I've thrown one out of left field for that. There's another big game that I'm waiting to play, but I haven't had a chance to play yet. Just while you buying you some thinking time. That was Battlefield, the new Battlefield. I'm a bit curious about that because it seems like they've got back to their roots. So that was one that kind of we didn't mention.
The only person that I know play Battlefield is my resident first-person shooter expert, my brother.
Yeah.
He did pick up the new Battlefield.
Yeah.
He did play it for one day.
Ooh.
And then he stopped.
Okay, so that if he's
as we speak right now, he's playing Black Ops 7. I guarantee it.
See, that's one of my nominations for worst game, disappointing game of the year. It just, and I don't think it's a bad game. I just think it's so. I think it was just too soon after Battlefield, like Black Ops 6, like.
Yeah,
I was just like, ugh, I don't even feel like opening this up to look at it because it's all I've done this for a year now, and then you give me another year of the same stuff with all the maps that you didn't put in the last game to kind of just like, I'm not really that interested. I feel like it's sometimes it's just the timing of a game that really lets down a game franchise.
Yeah.
So,
like, I haven't touched Call of Duty in so long now, but you are right. It seems like it almost seems like especially now, it seems like an update. It seems like more so this year than most other years.
Yeah,
it seemed like Madden or FIFA.
Yeah,
or, like just like the next edition. They didn't try to change anything tonally. They say they're going back to roots as far as like characters you can play as, because people are playing as like Beavis and Butthead and Nicki Minaj and like Terminator and all that stuff.
I played the single player story for the first time in a long time. I haven't played through the story for a many years, and this was the first year I played through it, and I actually enjoyed the story part of it. I thought that was pretty fun. So I guess.
But even like mechanical stuff, though. Okay, you played the story of Black Ops 7 then, right?
Yeah.
You can't pause.
Oh, I know. Why?
Like, the last time there were games where you could pause was like back in the 80s. Back when they weren't thinking of shit like that.
Well,
even then, most of the time you pause.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. One of the things about Prime, the new Metroid Prime game, it's missing auto pause. So if you forget to pause and you play it for an hour and then you get killed, you go back an hour worth of gameplay.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, geez, Nintendo, we're living in 2025 now. Like,
again, because of Christmas coming up, pretty sure Metroid and Expedition 3 are coming my way. Haven't played those games yet, so I want to. I would love to, but
I'm a bit. I was so hyped for Prime, and I wanted to go out and buy Prime day one. And then the reviews started coming in, and I'm just like, oh, I don't even know if I like.
But see, I get.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, and again, we're going back to bias.
Yeah.
It seems like it's getting a solid 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? That seems to be the 7, 8 out of 10.
It seems like the first, the way that I'm interpreting it is that the first couple of levels are really, really good and really like they've added some fun shit to it. And then you get to this bike level and if you don't buy this Nintendo thing, then you don't get music in the bike level. So you're driving around without songs or music in this one level because you didn't purchase a $30 Amiibo toy or whatever it is, which then unlocks the music for that level. It's just like, what the hell, Nintendo? You're not even going to give free music out in a game anymore? Like, we're paying for music add-ons? Like, what?
Yeah. I heard the only way to work around that right now is to bring your Switch 2 to your local game retailer and just like, I guess like the connection's good enough that you can put it up to like the mic and it'll unlock it. Yeah, so
that's
I heard you could do
hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
that's really, really good.
I might be doing that when I get the game.
You know, just
although, truth be told, I bet you any amount of money I'm probably getting the Amiibo too. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if someone tossed me that. So, whatever. Again, I can't really complain too much about it yet.
So I mean, that's one thing that I'm just... Anyway, so we're basically saying Black Ops and all those big... I think we're a bit disappointed about some of the way that the big titles haven't really involved any. Like, why are we just getting abused as gamers in the way that no one's kind of bringing some new shit out? So,
well, like, as far as disappointments for me, the only two disappointments I would say would be like the AVGN game I talked about, and maybe Silent Hill F. And even then, those games aren't bad. They're just like my expectations were not met.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all. I don't know.
And then I just wanted to throw us into, well, we've got a couple of minutes to go of games that we're looking forward to next year, because did you see the new Tomb Raider thing? Can we just spend another hour talking about how good that looked?
We always go back to Tomb Raider. Yeah, like that did look good. There were some good announcements. I want to know more about the new Mega Man game coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to learn about that.
That would be you.
There's the obvious ones. Everyone wants GTA 6. Everyone wants Resident Evil 9.
Yes.
Stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to go into that. I want them to, but, you know, that's on everyone's mind.
This is what I'm saying from the whole COVID point of view. Like, it feels like next year's going to be the year for the best games ever. Like, and they're the games only announced for next year. Imagine all the games that haven't even been announced for next year yet that are still coming out. Like, you know, we're probably going to get... I think there's a Far Cry 7 coming that's set in Alaska. There's a few other games that I've read about that are coming too. So there's a fair bit of interesting stuff coming for next year.
And I heard some like remasters coming down the road. Like, because even that, like, I heard they're redoing Max Payne. I don't know if they're doing the first two Max Paynes, but I've heard they're doing the first one. I'll be down for that. I love Max Payne. Yeah, so
it's super exciting for next year, I guess. And this year for me was more about indie games than it was about AAA. I'm going back. Like, I still really like Alan Wake 2. I'm going to go and finish that off. I think that's going to be pretty fantastic.
And again, Donkey Kong, it was fun. You know, maybe I'm a fanboy, but it was fun. Yeah. It was fun. What do you want from me? It's fun.
That's what a game should be. It needs to be fun.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Why doesn't games...
The story isn't thrilling. You know, giant ape smashes everything. Like, that's the narrative we're working with, but it was fun.
Yeah, I just no. I'm looking forward to see what comes to Nintendo Switch 2 actually because of well, it's got the power to
Well,
run things now, so there should be some bigger Nintendo
see,
games.
there is, but like I don't know of any games like Nintendo games that are coming out. With the exception of I'm not counting Metroid because that's out now.
Mm,
Coming out now, there are like Resident Evil is coming out for Nintendo. I want to
Yeah.
play that. The aforementioned the Doom Dark Ages, that's supposed to be coming for the Switch.
yeah,
Wait on that. And of course, it's interesting to see where the GameCube channel on the Switch 2 will go. They've been adding some good ones. I hope they do Eternal Darkness. I love that game.
yeah.
That's one of my favorite GameCube games back in the day, and I would love to see it. I would love to see other people could play it.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to some of the Steam releases as well. That they're putting some bigger games out, as well. So that could be interesting to see what they bring out. With
Yeah, I've
Because you-
still
you-
got a lot of my wish list.
no, but when I'm talking about Valve themselves, like you forget that Valve actually still makes video games. Yeah, Valve owns Steam, but yeah, they're also a game publisher as well. They release a game every now and then. So that's
It's nice when they do.
yeah. So they're apparently doing some other games as well. So that could be interesting. But yeah. Anyway, it was a pretty interesting year for games. Any Christmas? What? Yeah, you've got those two games on your Christmas list. Is there anything else you've got on your?
That I hope I get. I only vaguely mentioned this, but like one of your favorite games there, Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Yes, that was a very good game. You should definitely buy that game.
Well, Tess has that game, but she had the Nintendo Switch 1 version.
Yeah.
She just upgraded to the Switch 2 version, which also has a brand new like level
Okay.
thing going for it. I like to get that. When I played with her with that was fun. I enjoyed that.
It's a
one,
really good game.
one of the more enjoyable Kirby games I played in a long time.
It was so different to. I would even almost vouch that it wasn't a Kirby game. If it makes, you know what I mean? Like it is a Kirby game, but if you go into it not thinking about it being a Kirby game, it's actually more fun because
Yeah, honestly, because even the music sounds like Super Mario Galaxy.
yeah,
To me, like a little to that. Like I was like, it's different. It's definitely different than the other Kirby games.
It's
even the
yeah.
three Kirby I played.
It's more of a Mario game than a Kirby game for me. I think it's more it's probably somewhere between Mario and Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong game. That's probably where it fits into the world of games. And then they just called it Kirby. So
Oh, I just want to mention on the channel right now. So I got Tess a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas, as I do. I got a new wallet, a new purse, stuff. I can't even keep it all, but I did get her Kirby Air Riders.
oh
She mentioned how she wants it, so I was like, all right, let's check how that is. Personally, it didn't grab me because it just looks like another racing. Like, I don't know. But it could be good. I don't know. I haven't even touched reviews of that yet. So, but whatever. I will be playing that next week because, I'll be giving it to her and she'll be like, oh, look at this.
and then then we'll find out next year on Anything Gaming how that rates, because I want to like a full side-by-side comparison to Mario Kart. Like when you compare it, is it better than Mario Kart? Like it was pretty hyped about game at the start, so
Well, since we're talking about that, Tess did pick up the new Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
yeah.
A little too busy for me. Like, way too busy. There's no,
It looks
no,
so busy.
it sounds weird, but there's parts of even any Mario Kart game, even when you're racing against people, there's always a part where you can just like drive and soak it in. You know what I mean? You can't do that in Cross Worlds.
No.
You're constantly moving, weaving, and everything's attacking you.
But
It's intense.
that's kind of the whole Sonic vibe, because Sonic never had a time to rest. You always,
Oh.
it was exhausting. That's what gave everyone ADHD in the 1990s was Sonic. because we had the hyper focus.
Go fast, you know, like
Yeah.
you gotta go fast.
Got to go. You got to be in that ball mode all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So. Oh well, everyone. Hopefully, you have a good Christmas, New Year's, and all that stuff safe for you guys. Like, I think, yeah, and have some fun playing some games over the Christmas holidays and all that type of stuff as well. And we'll be back next year with some anything gaming. I think.
I think too.
Nothing else.
Well, no, just again, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I can't wait to see everyone in 2026. I think it's going to be a great one.